Let's talk about it. Now let's get chatty, 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 chatty. Let's talk about it.
Then sing a little tune of it. Ooh. Let's see. Do you know it?
I'm assuming that's the old
Do you
song.
know it? All I remember of the song is like how I got over. How did I make it over? I'm saying my soul look back and wonder how I made it over. I know you know this song. You playing games.
Is that how the hell you?
But I don't know. I don't know. That's
I
how.
played her album like over and over again.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I was hearing the music, I'd be able to sing it. But
Don't play it. Don't play it.
But it's like a list of things. She says, I want to thank him. He brought me. He taught me. I'm going to think about because he knows.
So are you trying to say that now we don't have? Is it that we haven't gone through all of these things, or because we don't have this story, or is that what you're trying to say?
basically, where's the lyrics?
You know what? I think
Where's the
you
lyrics?
do write from where you are and your experience. I feel like a lot of people write from where they are. Them songs, I think about that Beyonce song, Me, Myself, and I. Me, Myself, and I. Something to end. All these other songs. What's one of them songs? I don't know. I don't know.
And I feel like a lot of artists is now from the younger generation too. So we don't have a lot of experience, or besides what high school, maybe a tad bit of experience from college to really come from, or our home life. But back then there was a whole lot of music about drugs, subliminal music about drugs, because that's what was going on back then.
Now, okay, so you're talking about the lyrics and you're talking about the quality of music now. Like as far as the lyrics and what's being said, the story being told. I saw a little clip of a video of like this guy talking about the spiritual aspect of the spiritual effect of music. And how believers have to be careful of like what they listen to, because it eventually takes a toll on them. And then he put a picture of Sam. I don't know his last name. He put a picture of him when he first came out, and then he put a picture of him how he looked like now. And then he put a picture of Billie Eilish when she first came out, and then he put a picture of how she looked now. And then he put a video up of Celine Dion, whom I love the quality of her singing. And then he put a video of her doing something, and she like shot off some black.
She's blowing the
Is she not a Christian? I thought she was a Christian.
And the black got on the little babies, and they had on black outfits, and this is very weird. But yeah. So and so you're talking about music, and you're saying how where you are makes you wonder.
Right from where you are. And some I think even now we're fed even like in music and agenda through music, like what do we need to hear, like why certain artists get picked over certain artists. A lot of these singing shows, when they hear women do runs, they like turn that button, they turn around, spin in the chair or something, or they you just have I feel like there's an industry that puts out what they want us to hear, and I think that's why.
For sure.
What's his name? He was an independent artist. He was Chance the Rapper. Like he when he started out, I don't believe he was signed to anyone. He kind of made his way, and I think his music. I don't know his music, but I just watched an award show, and I just remember remembering that story, but.
A lot of artists is like that though.
That is.
But
so
a lot of them
factual.
don't make it real big. I like it.
Toby and Igwe, the African looking guy.
That's so factual, because they would play a station at my old job. They would play a station, and I kid you not, it was the same 8 to 10 songs all day long. And I said, there is more music out here that they could be cycling in, but they play the same 8 to 10 songs all day.
And they get them
I
spins.
just killed my ex.
That's a song.
Stuff like that, yeah.
And you hear it all the time on the radio.
And
It's
it's
like,
like-
we're just promoting killing people.
And you know it's so it's repetitive. So eventually you don't even consciously think of it, and it's just, oof.
It's like creating. It's an engraving in your mind, your subconscious. It's engraving in your subconscious, and it's creating a message in your subconscious. Because I know I can be in the store and I'm like, man, why am I coming home singing that stupid song? I heard that dumb song in the store and I don't even know it, but all I'm singing is that looping, that little bitty piece that stood out to me in the store of what I heard. Bump what you heard. But music has definitely changed.
I agree.
And Tina Turner was definitely iconic. And I hate to say the word iconic, but that's what she was. She was, I mean,
I feel
she
like she
had
was
some good-
influential to music.
that's a better word. Thank you. In so many ways.
She was our first Krishan in Blue.
Who are they?
I don't know. Another topic. Have y'all
Couple.
seen
What?
what's
Say
her name?
what?
Sarah Jakes.
Sarah Jakes.
When
Put her
wig-
last name on there. You gotta
She
put
sweated her
last
wig
name.
off.
Sarah
Doing her
Jakes.
preaching.
Roberts.
Roberts.
You said she did what? She sweat? What'd you say?
Well, maybe she didn't sweat it off. Maybe she just didn't have it down tight enough.
Somebody put in one of the videos I watch in the comments that I bet she won't have that person do her hair no more.
I know. I was like, she probably came in, tried somebody new.
What
I
if she
bet
did
she
it
had-
herself?
That's what I'm thinking. She probably
What if
did do it
She could
herself.
have possibly done it herself.
Yeah, I
But
hope
you think
so.
at that level that they do their own hair
Probably
every
not. Probably
No,
not,
because
but-
she usually has a team.
Oh.
I bet she's like, we're gonna try this new whole
It probably was a lot of weight too for that certain area.
ponytail.
It was like right here that was holding that weight of that ponytail.
It wasn't.
But she's worn that wig before.
Would y'all have done that though? Would y'all have pulled your wig
Oh,
off
I
on the
would have.
stage? You would have.
I would have. If it was about to catch, I would have been like, okay, hold on, let me adjust it. And if it kept sliding, I'm like, okay, we're just gonna take this off. We're just gonna take it off.
Yes, because I think either way, it would have became a hindrance at some point. Whether if she left it on and it kept slipping, people would have been looking at her head, and then that would have been viral with her wig slipping off. Like either or, it would have been a distraction. I feel like.
I mean, and it was a distraction because it kept
bothered her.
It kept sliding. I was like, it's sliding.
It bothers her.
Corey was right there. I said, Corey about to catch that wig. Her sister, she was right there. Oh, but she took it off and she kept going, and then she set the house on fire because other women took their wig off.
That's why she set the house on fire, because people taking it.
No, I felt like when she took it off, it was like, have you ever? Okay,
Well, she always go in though. She
does.
always be-
But
she
I felt like afterwards she kind of got a little buck. Like what? You know, she was like, you know, you take your hair off, you be taking your earrings off when you about to go in a fight or whatever. What? It wasn't nothing new.
I like that. I like that side of her though. That gangster, like I'm
Like what?
coming
Like
for
I'm
you
with-
devil
I'm
type.
out.
Like what's up? I like that side of her, for sure.
Yes. But it like when she took it off, I kind of felt like she just went up. Like it just kind of
Probably
shook
was
everything.
restricting, like the wig falling off. You feel like you.
She couldn't
And the wig
move.
was like, if I move too much, my wig gonna fall off. Then once you take it off, you ain't gotta worry about it falling off. It's gone. Yeah.
But maybe that's why we shouldn't go to church with lashes and our makeup on and our hair done.
You think you too cute to praise the Lord?
You know?
Oh,
Our
what?
lashes be hanging on.
So I was in. I can say it. I
What'd
remember.
you
Well, I was
That's
just
why
at
you-
one time, and somebody said, "Yo, I was feeling cute that Sunday." And somebody said, "Like you too cute to praise
hate
Him."
when people do that.
You can't lift your hands. I was like,
I would do that.
So I'll be like, I'ma
If
show
somebody
you.
look right at you, be like, so you too cute to get in them heels, and you just bought the
You
blue
can't.
heel.
Like you can't run. So when they told me that, I'm so sorry. I was like, Lord forgive me. I had to do a whole fake praise to show them I was
my
not cute.
I don't like that.
So I was just
do
like-
not like that.
No.
I don't like that.
Oh my gosh. See, then it became a show for someone else versus
Yeah,
you.
versus being real.
I just had to give them what they wanted.
No, I don't like people say
I don't
that.
like that because you
I
never know what a
hate it.
person, you never know what kind of week a person has been through, and you don't know if it took them a lot to get up, to get
Right.
dressed, to be appropriate, or what they consider appropriate. 'Cause
Right.
everybody consider different things appropriate.
Right.
What they consider appropriate to be in the house of God. You did. Well, look at you. You think you too cute to praise the Lord? I can't stand that. I do not like that.
And that's so crazy because a lot of times I feel like people be a distraction. There's so many distractions that go on. So there's a lot of times it could be a high moment, but so much beforehand has already distracted my mind and
Oh,
nappy-headed children. Not playing, but you know, it's so much that be going on.
Like kids
You
running,
get to
like,
church.
oh.
Kids that made you late.
No, I can't praise because
And you-
now
yeah.
you're a distraction. Look, like that's crazy.
Oh,
And they be
wow.
looking right at you.
Like you're the distraction. I was like, I can't. Man, that's interesting.
So I think in moments like that, you kind of have to set your eye like a flint. Like you cannot be distracted when it comes time to kind of get in His word. If you got to shut your eyes all service long, and I've done that too, where I wanted to hear the word, I just shut my eyes because kids was walking, people were blowing their nose.
Now that's a problem. I shouldn't have to close my eyes all service. That's a problem. Imagine me going to church and I'm just like,
They be like, you okay?
I be like, I'm fine. But like, don't text me.
that's a problem.
But you have
It's crazy you say that. It has been moments where I be like in church, I be in a good mood, baby. I didn't went to work, I didn't went home to get dressed, I didn't made it to church on time, and I be in a really good mood. And it's always somebody weird that come over there and be like, you're going through something. And it should be like, you totally off. You're totally off.
I
First of all, why you ministering in church? It ain't yours. Do you have permission to minister to
facts.
somebody?
Facts.
Because I feel like that's completely out
that's
order.
that side hustle ministry. Come here. They
Well,
come
I
get
saw
you.
one woman, she was getting ministered to, ran off and started ministering to somebody else. And I was like, where they do that at?
Where you was?
Well, honey, this ain't my church. But where they do that at?
They be side hustling you. They could give you a hug and be like, They hug you a little longer and say them words in your ear. But how do you?
What is that?
Have you ever has somebody
What's
ever said
side
something to you? Side hustling ministry where they out
Oh,
of order.
like they doing
out of order, trying
okay,
to do it
got
all
you.
to the side. Have you ever had somebody speak a word to you and they were incorrect? And did you say anything? How do you say something to someone who's off?
What do you say?
What do you say?
Has that ever happened to you?
I said nothing.
Oh, really?
I just thought,
What did you say? Has that
I
happened to you?
never said anything because I feel like it's so many things that comes with that moment that if you say no, some people feel as if you're rejecting the word. Some people like so many thoughts about that moment in particular.
girl, you just can't help it. It's just
Is that something you need to be careful over? What people speak over you?
should you be like, hey, like no, like
I don't know.
I you know what? Honestly, I do think you should. I do think it should be okay to say that. Like, but then that's crazy because you be thinking like, well, maybe they're speaking to a future. That's what I be thinking. Like, maybe they're speaking to a future moment, and this is just coming early. Early on, and maybe Well, especially if they be like, oh, you've been this. You'd be like, I don't. Or if someone say, the Lord seen you cry on your pillow, you'd be like, I'm not a cry.
Oh, so,
You'd be
okay.
like, okay.
So I have. So story time.
She's like,
Maybe
yeah.
I'll be spiritually crying. Who knows? She's like, okay. You just
I was at this service and somebody was praying for me and they were like, you've been hurt. And in my mind, I was like, well, where have I been hurt? And so I'm not the kind of person who like carries grudges and just stuff like that. So I'm going on. But I'll be like, well, whatever. They're like, God's going to heal you. God's going to heal you. You've been hurt. 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I was like, 20 years ago? What was I doing 20 years ago? I was 10. I just try to think it through and be like, okay, but then sometimes people say something to you. I'm like, okay, so out of the mouth of one or two, it's like, may it be established. I said, okay, so maybe this is the first time I gotta hear it, and maybe another word's gonna come the second time, and something's gonna be established.
And then will your remembrance click then? Like, oh, the second time, yeah,
like
you're
this
right.
is it. Oh, I heard this word.
I don't know.
I don't know, but I had one time where somebody was way shorter than I, and I happened to have on some heels that probably was 6 inches tall, so it made me super tall. And he was real short, and he came up to me to come, like, I guess to touch my head, but he had to jump up in the air to touch my head. He had this big ring on.
Oh my
God!
God!
Like, knocked me upside my head, and I didn't move, but I thought that was totally unnecessary. Like, if you just can't reach my forehead, touch my
Oh my
wrist, or like, you know, maybe my forearm.
No, he jumped up and hit you. No.
Yeah, like he hit my head pretty hard with his ring.
Now he was out of order. Oh my goodness.
But there's something, God's presence is so powerful. You don't even have to touch anyone. Like,
I think so.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, exactly.
I was at this service and the man was praying, but his hand was so close to the individual. He wasn't touching him, and something was, you saw a shift and something happening with the individual, and I thought that was unique because oftentimes you see people pushing and praying.
But
and,
even now though, you are kind of seeing a little bit more of people not really touching people, but then there's so much critique that it's fake. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's
push me.
What do you mean? Well, wait, what's fake?
Like the demonstrations that is happening. They're not touching them. They're just like, some people, I've seen different demonstrations. Like some people wave and people fall. I've seen different demonstrations, but people will say it's fake because it's not the touching of.
Well, this woman was talking one time, and I had my eyes closed, and it was like you could feel she wasn't screaming. She wasn't talking loud or aggressive. She was smooth talking. I closed my eyes, and you just felt the anointing just kind of like come through the room. It almost knocked me down.
Oh.
I was like, oh my goodness. She was just. It was like the anointing just came through the room.
Now I could take an environment like that, something chill.
I was like, woo.
I don't know, but real, Jesus is real to me. Oh yes, it gives me the victory. So many people doubt him. I can't live without him. That is why I love him so. He's so real to me. In the morning, he's real. Come on, right? Real. Jesus is real to me. Oh, yes. Gives me the victory. So many people doubt him. I can't live without him. That is why I love him so. He's so real to me. Woo. Is he real to you? I know we said a mouthful, but this is a good time to do those things the Lord's always asked you to do.
You guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every single time a video is dropped. Join the conversation, and don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe, that is why I love him so. That is why.
I like how you did that like a trumpet.
That is why. That is why. That is why.
Thank you guys for tuning in once again. So now let's get chatty.
Bye.